Hello there. Thank you for the request on rapid arpeggios, a favourite topic of mine. I'm going to dissect how to play rapid arpeggios. It's not a case of just being able to do it. I'm going to break it down as to how that's going to be possible for you very quickly. Arpeggios can be broken down into three parts. The reason that I can do it so well, so quickly, is that I've mastered the three subcomponents. I'm going to show you what each of those are. The first one, with both hands, is octave precision. The most important part of all of this is octave precision. Of course, there's the theory part, but I'll talk about all that stuff at the end, so it's not talking in the beginning. So the octave precision is just something you need to learn with your eyes closed over a couple of weeks on the white and the black notes, with mainly the left little finger and the left ring finger, because they're the ones that are going to be used the most. If I play like B flat minor 7, I normally use the ring finger on the black notes. D flat major 7, E flat 7. Normally it's my ring finger on the black notes, but my little finger is on the white notes, normally, 99% of the time. So you need to get used to, in the left hand, ascending this octave jump, first of all. And that's a really meditative experience, to be honest. It's not about speed, you just do it slowly. And you're internalizing what that feels like. So on A flat. It's going to do, maybe just do it for like 5 minutes a few times a day throughout the day. And this is not even about being at the piano. You can measure the distance of an octave. It's the same on black or white notes, doesn't matter. And just cut out a piece of paper and just practice going from the beginning to the end of that piece of paper. And it's going to, it's an internalized feeling. So, and in the left hand, it's also the thumb. Because that's, when you're descending on the arpeggios. In the right hand, of course, it's the thumb. Doesn't matter what the note is. Just get used to jumping around octaves all over the place. To the point that you just stop missing, even by a millimetre or two. You need to land exactly in the middle of the note. A flat, E flat. Everywhere, of course, move around. It's the same distance everywhere, of course. And the right hand, it's the little finger for, I'm seeing I put my little finger on a black note and then my ring finger just like pushed it out the way because it wanted to play it. So ring finger for the black notes, white finger for normally the white notes. And again, doesn't matter what the chord type is, doesn't matter what all the fancy other bits are. It's that octave precision everywhere. E flat, A flat. Oh, sorry. I looked up at the screen. B flat, A. It's just like that. And then, of course, the ring finger. You're going to be using both about the same amount. It's that feeling of the arm movement. That's the main thing. And, of course, you can practice it together like this or doing it like this. It's not about speed. It's a bit more challenging like this. But you can feel the distance. And you need to internalize that feeling. That's going to take a few weeks of getting used to it. The next part that you will master is the finger independence, but for the chord bit that comes after, let's use the right hand for the example, after let's just take like C minor 7. Okay, and you want to do a really rapid arpeggio with this all the way up and down. So you can see that the ring finger is the one that has to have that perfect octave. And it's the thumb on the way up. See how instant that is. And then coming down. So it's the ring finger. So first of all, that's from the octave precision. And the second part is this bit after the octave has been landed on. It's that bit. Of course, I'm going to talk about the theory about the chords after, and I have a million videos on chord types. I have a whole playlist on chords. I've linked to it. So I don't need to go into all that right now. But it's this ability of playing a triad, because normally it's a 4-note chord, and the thumb or the little finger, whatever it is, plays the first note, and then the other fingers play the 3 notes after, because normally it's 4-note chords. So I recommend getting used to playing major triads with the middle 3 fingers, because not like A minor 7, there's a triad on top. B flat, major 7. Okay, I'm putting a ring finger on, and my little finger on top, but still, I'm using these fingers in the middle, I know I'm not using the ring finger here, it's just an example. There's small variations, of course, but you still want to get used to playing, mainly with the middle 3 fingers, major triads. just for the finger independence, I'm playing staccato. Always do technical exercises staccato. Legato is a lazy way of doing technical exercises, and it hides your mistakes when you're using the pedal and like all this like sustained sound and everything. You don't hear the crispness, the sharpness of your precision when you're using a pedal and like being like really lazy and all this stuff. No, it has to be absolutely staccato. So you can hear every note. Same with these too. So really do, with both hands, of course. Just get used to doing that. It's a feeling that you need to develop. Just for the middle finger's independence. So I've got very used to that. The third thing is endurance, and like not even just repetition, but endurance, which doesn't mean you do the arpeggios for a very long time. It means that you internalize the shape. There's kind of two parts to the third one. You internalize the shape combined with endurance. And I remember doing this when I was like 14, 15 years old, when I first started in the practice rooms at school. And I was doing this when I was learning to name chords and finding all these new chord types in different keys. So let's just take, I don't know, E half diminished. So you start with your E, get your minor triad, put the 7 on top, flatten the 5th. So that's a new shape for me at the time. So I would just do that with my eyes closed. Honestly, 90% of my playing is with eyes closed. All the technical exercises I ever did, eyes closed, and away from the piano. Nothing to do with the piano. This shape exists everywhere. I'm playing E half diminished here, and this is something interesting. Let me play D7. That's D7. You can't really see any difference in the fingers. That's D7. That's C minor 7. That's E minor 7. That's F minor 7. I don't know what, A flat major 7. The shape is there. If I just put my hand down, it's there. It's on A flat major 7. It's there. What else did I say? F minor 7. It's like that. It's just there. So I'm having these tiny changes. F minor 7 is like this. So E flat major 7, I just change my fingers to get that shape. See, so they just change. Of course, it could be ring finger as well. It depends how I'm playing, but you get the idea. So I've internalized through endless endurance and repetition every chord type in every key, every shape. So that E half diminished, staccato. I was just doing this and annoying the language teachers next door. It's not about speed. It was just about feeling that shape everywhere, of course. Not the arpeggio. I can't go too low because the thing is there, but B7. So I became friends with not with the language teachers, but with the chord shapes. And the fingers are just there, B7, it's just there in my fingers. And that helps for the rapid arpeggio. So if you combine the rapid octave, it doesn't matter what the chord is, it doesn't matter what that last note is, it's that precision. That's it. That's the absolutely, probably 80% of the whole thing. So it doesn't matter if it's a B major 7, still the B. B7, still the B. B6. It doesn't matter. I'm always landing on that B. B minor 6, doesn't matter. B minor major 7. B whole diminished. It just doesn't matter what the chord type is. B sus. We'll call it B sus. It doesn't matter what the chord is. So, get used to doing these three things as well. With the middle fingers, put the ring finger in it, different triads, major, minor. Just get used to them, all these different combinations. Really going to help in both hands, of course. And the final part for the boring theory stuff is, a cat arrived, is there are 4 primary chord types, I like to say, on top of the major and minor triads. So, of course, you know your major and minor triads. It's just 1, 3, 5, the minor, 1 minor, 5. And then you have 4 primary chord types where you mix 1, 3, 5, and 7. So 1, 3, 5, 7 is a major 7. 1, 3, 5, flat 7 is your dominant 7. Do everything with chords with both hands all the time. And then you just do those 2 shapes, major 7, there's a 7th from the major scale, easy to remember, and the C7, you just say 7 and it means flat 7, it's just a rule of thumb. And you do those with the minor note, so E flat, C minor, 7, C minor, major 7. These are the 4 primary chord types. It's like all the variations with 1, 3, 5, and 7. You can add a whole diminished if you want, with a minor and a flat 5 and a 6 on top. Minor and a flat 5 and a 7 on top is a half diminished. You can go to all the deep theory and everything, but play a 6, minor 6. So on this one, the ring finger is doing the octave jump on the way down, and the thumb's doing it on the way up. So very slowly. And in terms of the thumb actually positioning, it traces behind each finger, but don't become, this is the best advice, don't become too cerebral. Don't overanalyze. Honestly, these people that go into all this, do you think I can analyze playing all these things? And all my compositions which use all these like big movements, and I don't know what fingers I'm using. It just sounds right. Because I know where I am, I know what to play, and my fingers naturally do what they feel comfortable doing. I'm not analysing about all these things. I'm just always sitting in front of the same note, D. I have no energy puddles, meaning from my elbow to my fingertip is a constant downward slope, even if it's like 1 degree or 1 millimetre or a tiny little dip in the wrist. There's no V here, there's no V here, there's no V's anywhere. I call it an energy puddle. It's just a constant flowing downness to the tips. So as long as I maintain these things and sit high enough and far enough back, I'm not going to miss any notes, and it's going to sound very nice. I'm not being too cerebral. So you can analyse about rolling and all that rubbish. But at the end of the day, if you get the octave perfect, and you know the shape completely internalised, you just put the two together. So first, I'll do C minor 6 here. So you see, I'm doing that. If I go to the next octave, that shape is just going to be done here. And because I have a finger independence here, you can do anything with these fingers, just get them independent of each other. So it's going to be bom, 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 bom. The thumb does kind of like drag behind a little bit. That's true. But I'm not thinking about that. That's just what happens. It would be a bit silly to stay here and then suddenly jump. It's kind of being pulled along a little bit. And when it lands, these are instantly going to go to the right place because you know the chord so well. That's a theoretical practice. It's got nothing to do with rapid arpeggios. I can just see the shape everywhere, even down. The ring finger has the precision. So you can do that same exercise descending. And then descend it from the A. That's the idea. So if you put all that together, get familiar with all the chord types you'd like to learn. Major, minor triads, 4 primary chord types, a 6th chord, whole diminished, half diminished, sus 4, 1, 4, 5, all the variations. You can find them in all my other videos. Finger independence, octave precision is the main thing. Do it with your eyes closed, practice away from the piano, and spend a day on maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 chord types and just drill the shapes. Just drill. One of my favourite exercises is just to do this. Of course, I have my danthecomposer piano challenge as well. I think that's still on YouTube. If not, I'll redo it. But you just go through all the chord types. I won't do that now, but just this is a nice thing to do. Major 7 day. Let's go through all the major 7s. I won't, but you get the idea. Staccato. Just so your fingers feel at home in each one. Each one is like a friend. Each key is like a new house, and each position, I can't take the analogy further than that, to be honest. Maybe all the different people in it, all the different personalities. Minor 7, half diminished, sus 6, minor 6, minor major 7. It just doesn't matter what the chord type is. Just drill it. And then you should be able to play, all these things really, really quickly. This seems fast, but it's not. Look at the octave. Look at the thumb first. Only look at the thumb. It's perfect. That octave is perfect every time. The rest of the chord, I'm doing the same thing here as I'm doing here. Boom, 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 boom. There, chord, octave, chord. And then it's going to be the same. Ring, ring, chord. That bit, the same. It's going to be the same here. The same. Octave, A octave, A, chord, 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 chord. See, it's not hard, really. It's major. Major 7. Dominant 7. Now it's a ring finger again on the B flat. But it doesn't miss. You get the idea? So I'm starting to get a warming up in my arm now, in my sort of forearm, which is good. That's what we want to do. Have fun. See you in the next video. All the best. Bye for now.